Hey everyone, I am your astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your daily forecast for the day of Friday, May 18th, 2018. Now before I get started, I did just want to let you all know that I am now doing horoscopes on horoscope.com. Every single day I'll do a daily horoscope, but it'll be a little bit of a shorter version, more concise as well, just to kind of give you a little bit of a different take on the astrology and to give you perhaps something else to look at if maybe you don't have time to do something a little bit longer. So you can find me there. I'll put the link down below in my description box where you can see me every day on horoscope.com. I think they're going to share it on their social media pages, so you can watch it there, and you can also watch it on their daily horoscopes. My video and my face will be right below their daily horoscopes by sun sign, so you can find me there. And if you do find me on their social media pages, I encourage you to like and share my videos there as well. Alright, so I just wanted to let you know that's exciting news. Also, I have changed, I don't know if some of you have noticed lately, I have changed my charts here to say San Francisco. They'll probably be saying that for a little bit because the company is based in San Francisco, and so that's what I use for the videos for them. Okay, so yeah, so I'm excited. It's been something that's been in the works for some time. Right now we're just trying some things out, so I hope you all like it. If you see those videos, again, you can always leave me feedback either on the video itself, if you see it on social media, or down here in the comments below what it is that you think. All right. So now let's get into your horoscope for today. What we have is the moon hanging out right here in Cancer. When the moon's in Cancer, it brings our attention to emotions, what it is that we're feeling. Also, private matters come into Cancer, things that we don't show other people too much. As well, in Cancer, you also get home and family that comes in there too. Your physical home, as well as, right, your metaphorical version of home, what makes you feel comfortable, the foundation that you're building in life, and the people that you share your home with. Okay, so that's what we're focusing on here with the moon in Cancer. At 3 a.m. Mountain Time, even though my chart is for Pacific time, but at 3 a.m. Mountain Time, the moon is then going to sextile Mercury here in Taurus. And what that can bring as an opportunity, I like to think, at 3 a.m., even though we may be sleeping here in the States, I want to say to have positive conversations in some way, or to get positive insights about how it is that you can bring more stability into your life, get more comfortable with your life, maybe get some positive insights here on finances and what you need to do financially in order to feel better, more secure. Positive insights as well in your gifts and skills and talents and what things you have at your disposal, so that you can start to feel better, more comfortable, more secure in your life, work better with home and family, and feel like you're kind of building a more solid foundation. All right, so that's what can come in at 3 a.m. Mountain Time. 2 hours later at 5 a.m. Mountain Time, this moon in Cancer is then going to come into an opposition here with Saturn in Capricorn. Okay, and so I think what that's bringing here is that we're trying to feel much more comfortable in our life, feel more secure, bring more stability into it, take care of some emotional matters. The past few months, we've been changing our life in a very big way to be something else, to put our life in a direction that's better for us, or that will yield better results for us. And I think now that a lot of that work has been done, a lot of those changes have been made, the moon here in the sextile with all these Taurus planets is saying, okay, now that most of the changes are, the big picture stuff has been taken care of, it's now time to process things emotionally, internally, with your home and family, to make sure that you feel okay about those things and that those matters are in order before you start to kind of move forward once again. Okay, putting all of these changes into place. All right, or making more changes, perhaps in a more positive way. So I think that's what's going on. As we're trying to feel comfortable and secure with everything that we've got, with the opposition to Saturn at 5 a.m., there perhaps could be some big responsibilities, perhaps we feel like in life, that we have to tend to, that are maybe preventing us from finding that comfort that it is that we want and need. Okay, I think with the opposition here, needing to take care of some responsibilities that you may have, needing to take care of anything that may come up that you need to do. Don't neglect your responsibilities, okay, but needing to balance some of your responsibilities with time spent processing things emotionally and getting comfortable now with some of the things that have gone on. Okay, And there could be, again, some choices that you may have to make 5 a.m. Mountain Time between things you have to do and things you want to do, and just maybe needing to make some of those choices at the beginning of the day. Right, and that's going to stay with us for most of the day until 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And at 6 p.m. the moon's going to move further through Cancer, and it's going to make a trine over to Neptune. I actually really like this because it's a trine and because the moon typically likes Neptune. And I think what that can bring here at 6 p.m. is a chance for you to get more in touch spiritually with you, with your emotions, with what's going on with you, with home and family. Maybe also a good opportunity for you to make sense of the past, what the past was all about, with Pisces involved, to overcome the past so that you can move forward. Okay, so I really do like that coming in. Could be, yeah, just definitely a good chance for you to process things internally, spiritually. I think to start to feel better about your life, hopefully more so than you have recently, and to find more of that inner peace perhaps that we feel like we've been missing. So I think that can come in at 6 p.m. Then after that happens, 2 hours later, the moon moves further through Cancer and comes into a trine here with Jupiter. And Jupiter and Neptune are also kind of in a trine with each other as well, making this grand water trine with the moon, since all three planets are in water signs around the same degree, 15, 17, 16, coming in, okay? And what that can bring at 8 p.m. Is a chance for you, I think, to start to understand what's going on inside you. With Jupiter here in Scorpio, Scorpio rules your deep emotions hidden beneath the surface. And I think the moon here is helping you to get more peaceful with your life, get more at peace with the trine to Neptune, to understand some deep feelings perhaps that have been holding you back, that are hidden underneath the surface, to make sense of them, to feel better with them, to get the right perspective on them in some way to move forward. Okay, Jupiter as well could help you in Scorpio to make some more changes that you need to your life to feel better. But with all of these things being in water signs, with a lot of these planets again coming on the bottom side of the chart, I don't see these changes that you may be making here, if any do come in at 8 p.m. with the moon in this trine to Jupiter, being super external in our life. These are all water signs. So I think the change that we're making now is more internal, is more spiritual, is more emotional, is more a perspective. Things in our life, I've been saying, have been changing in a very public way in our life. And I think now what we're going to start to do the next few months with the sun and all these fast moving planets moving through the bottom part of the zodiac, we're now trying to work everything out inside, to get comfortable inside with this change that's taken place, to settle into it, to get right here with what's going on inside us. And I think that's what this water trine is helping us to do later in the day, is to start to process things emotionally, spiritually, to find more peace with your life, to make sense of the past, of what it was all about, of why you felt the way you felt, of why you feel like you needed to do the things that you've done to get to where it is that you are now, coming in. And I do like to think that it will be very positive. Okay, so that's what's happening today. Then tomorrow, the next aspect that will occur will be 2 a.m. tomorrow Mountain Time. And what's going to happen there is that the moon again moves further through Cancer, and it's going to come into an opposition with Pluto. And what that can bring tomorrow morning, 2 a.m., are some very, very intense feelings here about your life, about where it is that your life is going in some way, maybe about some big changes that you've been making the past few months. And I think the moon in Cancer is really saying it's time now to start to settle in, all right, to some big responsibilities in life, to some big change you've been making. It's time to get comfortable with all of that. It's time to tend to your emotions so that you can meet this change that's happened in your life, in where you thought your life was going, in your reputation, so that you can meet the responsibilities that it is that you have to meet, feeling more whole inside, feeling like you have less emotional hang-ups. And I think that's what we're trying to work out definitely the next few weeks and months here, is how to do the things that we need to do, that our life is now demanding from us, that we've changed our life to demand, and now we need to make sure that we are fed spiritually, we are fed emotionally, so that we can do these things that we need. Okay? And so that we can feel much better about them, more stable and secure than we have recently, without our emotions being up and down and all over the place. All right, so that's what I see going on there. Now, other things going on in the background. We have What do I want to mention first? Maybe I'll start with the Mars-Uranus again, since it's still happening. Uranus here at 0 degrees Taurus and a square with Mars at 1 degrees Aquarius. So I think what's coming in here, Uranus and Taurus, you know, I was thinking about it after I did my video yesterday, which I thought was super interesting. Uranus to me rules your goals and dreams, where you see your life going, as well as Aquarius. And Taurus rules your reality. It's an earth sign, your practical needs, your practical gifts and talents. And I almost see Uranus and Taurus, just to give you a little bit of different perspective, is like your dreams meet reality. If you have a dream for your life, if there's something that you wanted, can you live it? Can you make it happen? Just to give you another perspective on it. Okay, if you can't make your dreams a reality, or feel like it's just not the right time, you may have to change some of your dreams in order to move forward on it. But if you do feel like you can make your dreams a reality, then the effort comes in on how you can take the skills, everything that you have at your disposal, to then point it in the right direction, to keep everything on track, to bring everything together. Okay, so that's what I think is going on here. Really needing to honestly assess right now who you are, what you have at your disposal, and to figure out how you can take all of these things at your disposal and use them to your advantage, to put your life in a place that it is that you really like, that inspires you, and to work with people who can help bring those gifts, those talents out of you, and to help you be the most confident that it is that you can be. Okay. So that's what I think is going on. Of course, as well, with Uranus still involved here, unexpected events can occur, people doing unexpected things, you doing unexpected things, maybe feeling frustrated by life, wanting to break free, can come in here as well. All right. So that's what we have with Mars-Uranus. While that's going on, we also do have Mercury as well in a trine with Saturn. Again, bringing serious conversations here about our life, about where it's going. I think we're trying to make some commitments with Saturn involved to some life, to putting our life in a certain direction. And I think with Mercury and Taurus as well, with Uranus and Taurus, before we can make these commitments, or as we're making commitments to a certain life direction and life path, we're trying to honestly assess, again, where it is we are right now, what we have at our disposal, what we realistically can and cannot create moving forward. And I think once we understand what we realistically can do, then it's going to be easier for us to commit to some path moving forward and to change where we see our life going, our goals, our dreams, so that we can feel better, or to use what we have at our disposal to put our life in a place that it is that really resonates with us. All right. So that's what I see happening there. Mercury as well in a square with the North Node, saying having these conversations about your life, about where you see your life going, perhaps about some commitment you want to make to some life direction, really going to help you with the North Node in Leo be happier, move forward in a way that can bring more enjoyment into your life than it has been previously. But the enjoyment coming here from you committing to life direction now, honing in on some things that are important to you and that you can realistically achieve, and moving forward in that direction, trying to make life the best it can be with what it is that you have. All right. So we have that. The other thing I wanted to mention, these are a little bit further off. The sun slowly coming into a trine with Mars. It's slightly out of sign, but there could be definitely a lot of action happening, wanting to do things here. To start to put your life in a place that you like better, now that you're honing in on things, focusing on what you realistically can achieve, on what you value, also with Taurus, and what's important to you. I think we could slowly throughout the next week or two start to feel like it may be easier for us to do things, easier for us to manifest in a life that we want, now that some of our options have been limited and we have a better understanding of what we can achieve, and what we want to achieve and what we have at our disposal in order to get there. All right, coming in. Okay, Mars as well in the sextile to Chiron, saying thinking about what you ultimately want for the future, maybe even brainstorming about where you see your life going, and trying to balance that with what you can realistically achieve. I think being really good to help you figure out how you can move forward and in what way. We also do have Venus. It's about to move into Cancer, and it's going to make a sextile with Uranus and a square to Chiron as well. So, and with Venus here at 29 degrees, there could be lots of conversations going, lots of communicating and talking to people that could happen today as well, and in the next few days. I think we're really trying to get everything in order, to get everything out in the open, to figure out what's going on. So there could be lots of conversations that happen in regards to your relationships, about your relationships, perhaps about your money as well, to get everything in order as we're making some big commitments now to some life direction, having a more realistic picture of what is available to us. All right. When Venus moves into Cancer, we're then going to have to take all these insights that we've received about money, about relationships, about our gifts and skills and talents, and again, as I've been saying, get more comfortable with them, build a foundation, doing these things that we've decided about our life, about our resources, about what we do and do not have at our disposal coming in, and yeah, to really ground ourselves and to get comfortable with that, okay, being a really big thing. Maybe I'll leave that there. I won't talk about the square to Chiron too much because it's still out of sign. So we may not feel that too much yet. All right. So that's what I'll leave you with there. Your card for the day is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. This to me definitely indicates, shocker, a reversal of fortune coming in. So if your life has been one way, perhaps this means your life is about to change in a big way to be something different that maybe you weren't expecting. And I see that being very, very big here with Uranus changing signs, which it does once every 8 years. I think when the slow moving planets change signs, we feel them big time because they don't happen that often. And I think it definitely is bringing with this change, our fortune is coming from different places. We're gonna have good luck doing different things than we did previously. We're gonna have to get used to different circumstances coming in, okay? And I think that's what this card is saying, is that things are changing. They're not quite what they were, what they used to be, even if we're just now getting used to this change or understanding, even if we're just now, this change is just now coming into awareness. And I think needing to accept that things are going to be different. Also with this card, because things are going to be different, needing to live life now by a different set of rules. We've been living life lately, the life where all these planets were in the signs above the horizon. Now we've been living life the past few months, making big changes to our life, maybe thinking big picture about a lot of things. And I think this is also saying to accommodate some change in your life, change in fortune, different perspectives that are coming in here, maybe needing to do things differently, think about things differently than you have, so that you can move forward. And that could be a little bit hard, having to change gears. We've been doing things one way, now needing to do things another. But I think if you can do that and realize that perhaps living by old rules, living by old sets of standards are no longer going to work anymore, it may help you face this transition in a much better way. All right, so that's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and I will talk to you later.